was really just eating to numb myself. I was eating to just kind of disappear, like I'm not here. It was so for me, when I would eat, it would be a disassociate from being very uncomfortable in the physical world and put myself in like this state of bliss. A lot of times to me, it was like, you watch Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory and Augustus Gloop is walking through the candy land. He's not there, right? He's there like physically, but he's eating he's eating the lollipops, and he's putting his hand in the chocolate river and drinking that, and he's just got chocolate all over his face, and you can just like lose yourself in that. And I learned at a very early age that food was a way for me to just feel a little bit better. And then the food choices wasn't just like healthy meals. It was very fast, very quick and easy to eat type of stuff. So for me, it was when growing up, it was cereal, anything, whether it's corn pops or fruity pebbles or anything like that. It was pastries. It was eating donuts. And the thing is about that, I was just really savoring safety in those things. It's like you eat them, you're looking at a cartoon on the box typically, and you're really not feeding a hunger. You're just like, I was just checking out. And the thing here with this is I've learned this stuff, and this is still something that I carry and deal with in my 40s, bro. I'm almost 50 years old, and this is something that I'm still working through. So it was like this ritual of eating and eating these types of foods that gave my nervous system like a momentary sense of peace and well-being. I could put myself in there right now. Just everyone just kind of leave me alone. I could just be here with my food. I can be here in this, just chewing it up, the crunch, the sugar, the fatty pastries inside my mouth. It was just like, it was just heavenly. And this type of ritual, again, it just gave me peace. And so I just disappeared into the food. So I didn't really have to feel the panic. It sucks being panicked, right? I mean, have you ever felt that way to where you're feeling stressed? You got a lot of work going on. Maybe the kids are a little bit too much, and revert to like locking yourself in the pantry and eating. Like I've done that before. Because I'm really not caring about what's going on. I'm really disassociating and pulling myself out of that and getting myself into a safe place. Kind of like Happy Gilmore when he talks about go to your happy place, go to a little happy place where everyone's happy. And I mean, grandma's winning the lottery and wearing a kiss mask, and like there's a little person on a little pony riding stuff around. You've seen Happy Gilmore, you know what's going on here too. So my happy place was like, I was like on a Lucky Charms box, basically, for me. So it just became this automatic thing over time, to where if I was getting stressed, I would run to a box of pastries. I would run to the cookies. I would run to whatever I could to just try to consume and disappear. And this was not conscious. This is just like something would trigger inside of me. I'll get into that here in a second on what that was, but it wasn't until I learned the somatic tools to understand what was happening within my body and what I needed to give myself, because I wasn't really aware of these triggers that were happening that were making me want to binge or overeat. So over time, this automatic response wasn't really from me stepping into my power. It was like my inner child was still driving, the inner child that was like nervous that dad was coming home. It takes the wheel from you, because we don't really come to a point in our lives to where we get a stamp of approval and say, you are now an adult. So now you can let go of all these childish inhibitions, those types of things. These are still what we learn as a child due to our programming, our conditioning from our parents, our caregivers. This is stuff that we continually carry on, and they play out unconsciously, and they play out in the way that you could be eating, you could be parenting, the way you relate with other people. They come out in all sorts of different ways. For me, it was with the food. When I would get overly stressed, it was like, oh, whoa, it's been a couple hours. I need to eat now. Need to eat. So when I say it was like a disappearing act, I wasn't present, so The best piece of advice I ever got here is from Adele, like, it's, who's a somatic practitioner and a complete pro in this, is help me really understand this tool that she's given me of pausing, being with the discomfort of pausing and slowing down. So she said, like, just pause. And what is it that you're really trying to soothe? What's hungry? Is your stomach hungry? Is your head hungry? Like, what's hungry? So, and just, I really didn't need to fix my hunger, so to speak. I really needed to start listening to it. So I started learning the tools on how to do that. So if your food feels like it's like your only escape in the world, it's not necessarily that you're broken, but it's that you're just wired for survival. So if you want some help with that rewiring, let's explore what your body is going through right now, what it's trying to say. I'd love to know why. So I have a link in the description. You can book a discovery call and just find out what does your hunger mechanism say to you.